Heal up, adventurer, 'cause you're entering a dungeon-ish. We are going to open our episode in the town of Teald, in the, the Inn of, what the fuck did I call it? Wellspring, that's what it was. The Inn of Wellspring. So, we're opening on a very stout dwarf sitting behind the bar in the inn.
You should call him fat.
Okay, fat,
He's
manly,
not fat.
manly long
He's
beard.
manly.
It's rotund.
So if you want to describe your character.
Manly Longbeard is a pretty average size for a dwarf. He has a very long red beard that has like 2 braids in it. He's got pretty medium length hair. He's not rotund. He's brawny. He looks like your stereotypical dwarf, basically.
Yeah, so like Gimli in Lord of the Rings and all that nonsense.
Yeah, that's a good barometer to use.
All right, so our 4 heroes missing Gax walk into the inn. They all look battered. They're missing their capes. Each of you has your normal equipment. You just do not have your super special powers. And I'll give you guys the backstory that the fight you just came from may have been very dramatic.
Oh, good.
I need a fucking drink.
That fucking sucked.
Oh my god, look at that fat dwarf over there.
Why
I
are
wouldn't.
you so judgmental?
I wouldn't necessarily say fat. I mean, like,
More rotund.
we're not really a body shamer group. I didn't know where suddenly this is coming from. Are you having some like
Apparently
issues,
you went
Laura?
through some shit.
Look, whatever we just went through, which was obviously terrible and dramatic, I am in a place right now. I need a drink.
I'm glad you guys see through the lens of race and not for the human being that I might possibly be. You guys are just a lovely troupe of characters.
You're not human.
How dare you?
So, I'm a tiefling.
I could tell.
Okay.
You have the like.
Oh
red-
my God!
The red skin, the horns. I've seen tiefling before. I work in a tavern. I see all folk.
I wouldn't really say red, more like moistened clay.
What?
All right, some backstory. It was supposed to be like wet clay, and he went and improv'd moistened. Just
As
that's-
you do.
Poor choice.
delicious.
So moist.
So did you guys want a drink or what's
Yes.
the deal?
yeah.
I would love a nice
Pause.
strong drink. What would you suggest?
Plain.
An aviator.
Yeah, the last episode, when I was recording the intro, you guys heard the plane bit.
I actually didn't hear the plane. I just heard you go
Really, 'cause all I heard was plane.
Yeah, no. I didn't
On
hear
like
it at
6
all.
replays. All right, go ahead. My bad.
I would love a nice strong drink. What would you suggest, good sir?
I brew my own dwarven ale here. It's pretty strong. I mean, humans can't really handle it, but
I'll go for a nice strong ale. Serve me up,
suit
please.
suit yourself, buddy. That'll be nobody drinks for free either.
Well, duh.
Oh well, we gotta reconvene here, figure some stuff out.
Manly kind of strokes his beard and kind of like motions to the little counter that like he wants you to put some gold there. He's just like, nobody drinks for free. If you
Each
catch
of
what I
you
mean.
has 50 gold.
Okay, I
I'll
was
just...
gonna say, like, Dad, how much money do we have?
I realize that because we're starting past a point that where you guys have no gold, you guys have each 50 gold. So if you want to remember that, write
Man,
it down.
I lost some gold.
You did.
Oh good, I have some money to lose in the fake world instead of just the real world.
How much for a drink?
The dwarven ale is 2 gold pieces. The regular ale is just 1 gold piece.
Yeah,
and if you
does
want
it
something,
matter?
if you want something stiffer, like I don't know, like a vodka or something, that's really all we have. We're not a really super stocked inn.
How
We're
much
just kind
for
of like
vodka?
a stop on the way.
This is a very empty town. There's the inn, like 4 other buildings that look like they double as shopkeep/homes, and then one very ornate building, which is very clearly where the like head of state or whoever's in charge of this village type place lives. This bar, on top of the dwarf that you guys were immediately attracted to, you guys see all around.
Attracted.
Whoa, you might want to
Ooh.
Hold on a
I mean,
second.
he's a very nice dwarf,
They're
but
very
I'm not really
stout
sure if he's
and
my.
rotund
Yeah, Malar
dwarf.
Malar opened with fat, so like
Which
I don't know what
there's
he's
nothing
into.
wrong with, but
Clearly, there is in the tone of your voice.
Look,
Clearly.
usually you don't have to explain how great something is after you used it as an insult.
Manly kind of just he kind of just shrugs. These guys look like they've been through the ringer, so he can forgive them for being maybe a little rude to a stranger, let alone the person who they want to buy, drinks from.
But
Buy
this place,
room and board.
this place clearly has a lot of characters who stay in it. You see tons of people kind of huddled over in a corner in cloaks, and they seem to be convening. What's up?
Would I know, like, where this is? Or, like, would I have heard of it before?
No. So this town is
Okay.
far away from
Okay.
hardship.
Okay.
All right, I put 5 gold pieces in the jar. Just fuck me up with drinks.
Okay, brewmaster's choice, got it. And I kind of take a little glass of vodka and I pour it, and I give you like some human ale and kind of slide it towards you.
I miss it.
Okay, I probably won't be serving you anymore. You seem to not have your wits about you. I mean, like, I can serve you, but you gotta kind of keep it together here for me.
I mean that's asking a lot, but I will try.
Okay, I won't be serving you anymore. Anybody else have any like weird disabilities they want to tell me about before I give them this like strong alcohol I've been going on about?
Why are you eyeing me like that, Shaw?
You're, mentally or physically? Because this guy over here.
Maybe it's best that I don't ask questions and just
No.
take your
Here.
gold.
Maybe I'm just going to give you 7 gold pieces so you can ignore my disabilities and just give me a really good drink.
10.
Here, have 10.
Well,
passes 7 gold coins over, starts winking. Why are you winking? I'm not winking.
You know what? I'll take the 2 gold as a tip. Have a lot of dwarven ale. What would that be? 3 of them.
Sweet.
You guys are made immediately aware that this is a mercenary bar, just as there are 6 barbarians just hanging out in the corner next to the cloaked figures, and they all seem to have blood on their weapons still. They seem to be exchanging gold, and one of them is walking up to the bartender with just a sack of gold. Josh, this is where I'm going to kind of introduce that you've just been kind of running this mercenary ring
Sweet.
through the bar, and this is kind of how we're going to rope this.
I'm
story
running
in.
a front. This is awesome.
You are, yes.
I am having the time of my life. It's like I'm back home again. Only
Pause.
people aren't
Yeah,
trying to
move
kill
your
me.
mic back in. It
Is
moved
this
on
better?
you. Yeah,
Okay, I can actually hear myself now.
yeah.
There we
Oh,
go.
wonderful.
But yeah, no, it's like I'm back home again. Only people aren't trying to kill me. It's great. Having
Well,
so
don't
much fun.
don't
dream
ruin
of
the
home.
night yet.
Yeah, there's still time.
True.
So what type of sort just is bringing up a bag of gold to me?
So the very large, what you can now tell is an orc barbarian, is walking up to you. He has scars across his face. He's very clearly not happy, probably because he's handing over a very large sack of gold over to the barkeep.
So he hands it over and he kind of gives me like an evil look. I'm go, well, you shouldn't have messed up the raid last time. Maybe you wouldn't have to give me more, huh? How about that? How about you go back and sit down and you drink your drink?
I'd ruin you if I didn't know who you were.
Let's keep it that way then. And I don't think you could ruin me.
He sulks back over to his table, and all of his buddies seem to give him a hard time.
I just go back to like wiping down my bar top.
Maybe you shouldn't have called him fat.
Look, you brought me to a town. You told me it was teal, but there's no color anywhere.
Sir, I didn't bring you anywhere.
You're the one who led us from the battle.
She
You're
also
like,
let
"Hey,
us into
come,
battle.
Come to this blue-colored place.
Malar, I'm going to put 3 more gold pieces on the counter. Just drink some vodka.
Use your mouth to not talk.
The vodka was it was 4 gold pieces.
I'm sorry, 5 more.
Yeah, you don't set the prices here.
Who are you? Who do you
It's
think
not like
you
we
are?
have a very extensive menu. We just have like 3 things to order.
Well, my memory is shot due to my dementia, so...
We paid you to ignore that.
Maybe keep your dementedness to yourself. Some types here
My
might think you're kind
dementedness.
of. But by the other types here might think you're a little, loose cannon-y. Not that this isn't an establishment for the loose cannon-y type. Whatever a cannon is.
Shawl, so as you are kind of taking in your surroundings and you realize that it is a mercenary bar, you realize that this could be an opportunity for you guys to regain some of that gold you lost in the battle. You guys were hired for a particular fight, and the person that contracted you did not pay you. And they've gone and run off, so you're kind of strapped for cash. That's why each of you only has 50 gold.
Would I be able to cast Detect Magic real quick on this group of unfamiliar characters that have walked into my bar?
You could. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you want me to just roll my d20?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
You sense just a general magic aura about these 4 characters, but nothing particularly outstanding.
Okay.
So I'm kind of hunched at the bar. You know, I'm watching him, watching the work, watching just kind of the comings and goings while these three are just kind of like fucking talking to each other. I'll be like, so, you know, anyone looking to hand out some work around here?
I mean, are you hopefully you're a trustworthy type. I might be able to give you some work depending on how dirty you want your hands to be.
Nah, we can wash them later.
He kind of just like scraggles his beard. Like, since I'm on the front for this, what kind of mercenary work would I be offering them?
Are you murdering orphans?
You run a straight up like Assassin's Guild.
Oh,
So
okay. I'm gonna change that to neutral evil real quick.
oh, sorry.
Yeah,
My bad.
Great making that sheet. Disregard immediately.
That's one thing I had to change. That's all.
I mean, that's pretty good considering what I usually do to these guys. They form to my story. I don't form to theirs. Not true. I've molded a lot of it around you guys.
I can adjust on the fly. This isn't like a set in stone character. We can keep rolling.
But yeah, you run a particularly hard-working Assassin's Guild. The reason why this town is so small is because you and the people you work for keep it that way.
You've murdered them all.
Murder
Speaking
all
my-
newcomers.
Speaking my language, gotcha.
On top of the fact that most of the kingdom know who to go to when they want to get things done, so they kind of want to keep the heat off this town, so they keep it small. They keep people from moving in. They keep it undesirable.
Okay, so I offer like a service to anybody who would need it.
Anybody.
Okay.
So the only rule you have is you can't kill the person that paid you unless someone pays you more. So you have no loyalty to anyone, kind of like a Littlefinger in Game of Thrones type thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, work with that.
I mean, I have contracts if you're looking for that, but I don't know if I can really trust you guys yet.
What do you need?
He kind of like taps the bar again, and like kind of holds his palm out and like, yeah, you know.
I reach over and high five.
Roll for it.
Jesus fucking.
I swear to God, if you kill this one,
Did you roll a
19.
fucking 19?
give the sweetest high
All right,
five in the land.
Manly, roll a saving throw.
I got a critical failure.
You might want to write one-handed.
It took no time.
Not really, but it's gonna hurt.
Dwarves have such a short shelf life.
I mean, you are a monk, so this makes sense.
Two of us short shelf.
So, Malar jumps up on top of the bar and just, like, slam dunks his hand into your hand aggressively, and you now are, you have a broken hand, and you lose 4 health.
I am personally horrified by this.
How do you go to job
I'm
interviews?
equally horrified. Like, are you? I didn't know it would go
Roll
that
for
bad.
crying.
I'm gonna roll for crying.
You meet a dude and just break his fucking hand.
Normally that's what I do. What is wrong with you?
I rolled a 15 to
He's weeping.
not cry.
Jesus Christ, what was in that beer? What the fuck?
So
The
I gave him
vodka.
vodka.
so Manly kind of bites his lip to like a little bit of blood comes out, and he just like kind of silently, like sternly pours himself a drink, and then with his not broken hand, he just takes a shot of vodka,
It's like disappointing my father.
and he goes, "So you're not leaving here with any of the gold you brought in?" And he kind of taps the table.
Yeah, Yep. Got
You
it.
you kind of deserve that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That holds
Just
up.
wanted to high five the dwarf.
Yeah, well, you better give up your cold.
You're,
Alright,
you're
give up
lucky
my
I'm not
gold.
letting him gut you right here. To
There's a
fucking
whole
let
lot
us
of people
leave.
in this bar that work for him. I wouldn't.
Yeah. All right, so no gold. That's awesome.
Way to go, Mazar.
That's why I didn't write any down.
Fuck you.
So now you all have a very good reason to try and earn his trust to work for him because now most of you are poor.
So,
Most. All of us.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did take all of it.
yep.
So
Took all of it.
I don't know if you want to add how much gold you just earned.
Oh, I was not
200.
keeping track. I think it was like
Well, that
I
would
think
be
I have like
200.
Yeah.
50 times
200.
4. So there you go.
Yeah.
oh boy.
So whatever your base gold that like default characters have.
Hold on.
So I just kind of
Oh, pause. What's up?
And, oh no, never mind. It was my mom.
Oh.
yeah, less
Yeah,
important.
no.
Okay.
It's not the child at work
No.
who might blow up.
Yes.
so I cast Conjure Blade and I have this like spectral short sword in my hand now, and I
Okay.
kind of point it at
Malar.
Malar here, and I go, if you do that again, I will personally gut you.
If I do that again, you're not going to have a hand to gut me with.
Not the time.
Malar.
I roll to grab him by the back of his head and throw him off the counter.
I don't fight it.
10.
I kind of motion to an orc that's like standing in the back.
Motherfuck.
He's kind of like arms crossed, like
I'm-
against the wall. I kind of
The-
like do this and like motion to these guys, and he wanders across and kind of stands behind them. Like not super close, like 6 feet behind, but he's a little interested now.
I start punching Malar in the head. Because if you're not gonna have fucking any goddamn brains, you can have him on the floor.
Oh.
That didn't work.
You made Mom mad.
9.
So
I'll take it.
I don't know if I trust you guys, but if you're capable of solving a problem I have, I'll give you your gold back, and you can keep whatever you find on the job, with the exception of one thing I'm looking for.
What's that? Mid punch.
So he kind of leans in, and he like is bandaging his now broken hand, and he's kind of like setting it. He goes, well, there's this rival, let's call them a startup organization that's coming after me, and we have some connections that would like to keep them not as connected as we are. If you can find this guy, he's an orc named Grognak Elfsbane.
I am personally insulted.
How can you still say that with no teeth?
You're the one who
Punching me in the
you're the one who broke my hand, and you're the one insulted after you called me fat too in my own bar.
So, Malar, as a friend, keep your mouth shut.
You should
until we leave.
You should
please.
you should
Look, I'm
probably
just
listen.
trying to be handy,
You should
alright?
probably listen to your cat friend over here.
I mean, I know we're compatriots, but you are just a heap of trouble.
I go to drag Malar outside like a toddler having a tantrum. 18. Gonna make you sit on the fucking hood of this car until you stop.
As you turn around, you come face to face with a very large orc who has been standing behind you this whole time.
Hi.
He just shakes his head and motions for you to turn around and go back to the bar.
Normally, I would totally condone you fighting anything in your path, but this entire room could kill you.
I'm not gonna fight him. I'm not like this guy. Shakes Malar by the collar.
Manly, you can very obviously tell that Shawl is the leader of this group. She seems to be the ringleader of sorts.
Yes, I can tell.
So,
So then I kind of motion to her, and I go, what was your name, Tiefling? I didn't get it.
I'm Shawl.
Shawl, I'll cut you a deal. I'll give you an extra 50 gold if you can keep these people in line and take care of this problem for me.
Sure.
So, Grognak Elfsbane has a base kind of deeper into the forest. Would it be deeper into the forest?
yes, you're good. Keep going. I'll work with whatever
Okay.
you throw down.
So it's deeper in the forest. He has some compatriots with him. Pretty much more orcs, just troublemakers. They're kind of doing like 2-bit hits right now, just picking off targets that get handed to them. You guys can keep whatever gold you find over there and stuff. That's not what's of value to me. In his office, he'll have a ledger of people that have contacted him because, he wants to be a business like we are, but, he can't possibly be as businessy as we are. If you get that ledger and give it to me, you've opened up a whole new line of business for me. I'll throw in a finder's fee. 50 more gold pieces if you can finish this for me.
Consider it done. What direction into the forest?
It was
Before I go on, so you're going to have to work a way into traveling with them. So either hold on to that knowledge and be like, I am the only person who knows where they are because like maybe you have an inside man or something, but just work with that. So that way you don't just get abandoned in the bar and then have to sit there quietly for the next hour.
That might have been
Unless
nice
you
to
wanna,
tell
like,
him
come up
before.
in a-
No,
in
I've
Candy
been
Bar.
I've been totally like loving everything that's been happening, so I didn't want to like interject. It's been better than what I had, so
Fucker!
I didn't mean to retcon your story.
no,
I'm sorry.
my story is retconnable, so
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I don't know if I trust you guys with any like business saving information. You guys just seem like you can handle a fight, and then he glares at Malar as he says that.
Yeah, he's the cannon fodder.
He looks like you can handle a fight. You guys seem capable. You seem to come back from a battle that was pretty terrible, relatively bodily unscathed. So I think you guys can take care of a job if I need it done. But
Alright.
to supervise, I'm coming with you. And I kind of motion to the orc that's standing behind you, and I go, "Hey, just I'm going away on business. Just make sure it doesn't burn to the ground." And he grunts and like-
boss. He opens his mouth, and you just can't believe what comes out.
I want to keep him.
No, you're lucky we're keeping you.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
thought I
you
told you
can't
to
really-
shut up, Elf. I lightly slap him on the back of the head.
Did you roll a 20?
I said lightly. and
Did
I
you
rolled
roll-
a
I
19?
It's a 19.
It's,
I'm rolling to fucking not die here. Fuck.
who was
Five.
hanging on to Malar's hand?
Oh, I have him by the collar.
Oh, by the collar. You have a lifeless body. He's not dead, but he is out cold.
Oh, this is kind of nice since now we have a new friend.
Should I-
And he didn't like the old friend.
Should I leave him? Do I take him with?
I mean, meat shield.
I mean, I could just like leave him and like pull his pants down over the bar or whatever, and just be like, yeah.
I mean,
Please don't do that.
Could use the extra
we do
leather
want
we
the
have.
bar to continue to exist. So,
We
like,
do.
the
It
whole.
could be a brothel instead. It's fine.
Malar, roll to wake up.
Thank God. Thank God. 18.
Malar regains consciousness.
Do you feel refreshed?
He does not.
I was not immune to magical sleep. What just happened? Fuck you.
Manly kind of pinches the like bridge of his nose and eyes. He's just,
You see what I have to work with here?
Gonna have a lot in common with Shawl by the end of this.
Yay, new dad! He's super short.
It's clear that Manly is accompanying you guys because he has a vested business interest. One, you've broken his hand, which is
Hang on.
a plane.
Which is a plane.
I fucking hate living so close to the airport.
Yep.
What's an airport?
Metal birds.
Manly Longbeard doesn't know what a plane is.
Oh
I mean, he
God,
knows,
he's
like-
in too deep.
Astral planes. But
Astroplane.
Dream inside a dream inside a dream inside a dream. All right, so
Just don't get in the way.
To me or to...
Yeah,
Either
who is that
of
too?
you.
That is literally
Either.
anyone in the gang.
I just had a nap.
Oh my god.
What
need
was
to
I
slap
saying?
You again.
oh yeah, so he is very clearly has a vested business interest in this. You've broken one of his hands, so that is a
Either he's gonna watch us die terribly, or
he wants to make sure he's getting his money back
Right.
because now he can't work, which is he runs the bar and now he has one hand.
That is true. You did fuck up his livelihood. Good job, genius.
I just did it offhandedly.
So I do have a healing salve in my inventory if we want to try that.
Yeah, that's great. You should keep it if he's gonna be this mouthy.
Yeah, no, like he went for the dwarf.
Oh. I thought it was like.
I meant to
like-
help our new dwarven friend because
Well-
his
I
hand
mean,
is
I
hurt.
guess.
To be fair, he's not exactly a friend. He's a business
Yeah,
partner.
Manly-
don't get friendly.
Manly looks at you and he says, "Oh, we're not friends."
Well, then maybe I don't need to use this potion on you.
Okay, children, we're
I
gonna
don't
go
think
on
he
a
would
field trip
necessarily trust you
outside.
guys anyways.
Can I cast Mage Hand to try to take the potion from his belongings?
Please do.
Please do.
13.
Damn it.
5.
You successfully take a undiscernible potion.
An undiscernible one.
He has many. He's an alchemist.
Good luck with that.
So you could maybe use another ability and hopefully gain some insight as to if it's the right one.
Can I cast Charm Person on him to get him to tell me which potion
I
it
mean,
is?
I like it. Yeah.
5.
I mean,
Roll to.
unless he rolls a critical 1.
Please.
In that case, you guys are having babies.
3.
Wow. Seeing as we don't use base stats, he succeeds. You are now charmed.
Hi.
So what potion did I
Whoa.
just get from you here?
Yeah, whoa, I didn't know that his charmed persona was very metrosexual.
Thanks, DM. But
It's a
the
scale.
potion that you grabbed from me happens to be a poison, unfortunately for you.
I kind of look at Malar and go, "Do you want some healing potions?"
No,
It'll be great for your headache. It'll stop.
I pocket it anyway.
a headache would stop if you put me down.
Nope, you're not trustworthy. If you
Each
wouldn't
of,
enjoy it so much, I'd put you on a leash.
I've been losing money since you guys have walked through the door, basically. So I think I'm ready to show you this camp that they keep.
do you all
Yeah,
obey?
Let's just
I'm
head
being
out, guys.
carried.
Come on.
You are. Well, I mean, you're not unconscious anymore. You're just...
I know, but Shell's taller than me, so she's kind of got me like by the scruff like a kitten.
Because you're a dumb kitten. You batted at a stranger's hand and broke it.
Normally, I'm the one who breaks strangers' hands. That was my first urge, though,
Didn't
because
you-
I remembered the guy asking me for a tip.
That's true. That was a very very risky move. I was kind of certain you were going to break his hand.
Guess what? Someone did.
Yeah, someone broke a hand. So you guys make your way outside of the innkeep, and you see, of course, the town that you were already familiar with, and Manly just kind of walks straight out of town, and he's running full speed into the woods. Kind
I'm
of.
a dwarf, so I don't really run that.
I mean,
fast.
you wobble.
I was
Little
about-
dwarf speed,
As soon
I
as I walk out of the tavern, can I cast disguise self expert on myself?
Sure.
I just want to be like a halfling, common
Sure.
halfling looking guy.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll for it, because if you fuck up, I'm gonna half it.
10.
All right, fine. So he looks like just a run-of-the-mill halfling.
So I guess Manly kind of just opens his hand and like with a little like flourish and like little ball of light, he just kind of turns into a halfling looking guy.
Which
He
is the
goes-
most amazing thing any of these people have seen.
He goes, "Okay, now I'm ready to go."
Most of our magic doesn't work.
That's when he takes off.
Yeah, most of their magic never works, so you're the only one who's like showed proficiency.
It's a devil.
Every time they try it, they either roll ones or they blow themselves up. So
Or other people.
Glad to bring some competency.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously we need it.
So I just
How
go.
many hands have you broken today?
you hear that? I bapped it.
I bapped it.
That's good.
I just said we'll cut that.
Yeah. So you guys see him run off into the woods now, actually sprinting, kind of like it looks like it. You're not certain. Most of you are.
I don't think I've ever seen a halfling run before.
I
Yeah.
throw Malar like a Pokeball and I go, catch up.
Tuck and roll, Grandma.
I land on my face.
I mean, roll
Shouldn't
for
you
it.
roll for that?
Yeah.
I throw it a
Oh, look, a
He-
3.
he
I
landed
land
on
on
his
my face. It's like I knew.
Anyways, the rest of you all kind of keep up with him as he's walking through the woods, because you've got the most familiar lay of the land. I'll let you describe the pathway just because you know where you're going.
So we come up to this little like clearing. It's like a little valley, but like with two cliff sides on the other hand, and there's just like a little makeshift like tent village, but there's like sordid looking characters in it too, like people who look like they can know how to fight.
So
And then
homeless.
there's like 2 sentries posted at like, there would be like a kind of like a walkway into the little valley, and there's just like 2 sentry guards posted there.
Okay, so you guys can very clearly see that this is the camp that he was talking about. It was hidden by the valley and the tree line, so not many people can just see it from walking on the main path.
It seems kind of stupid for them to set up so close to you. Like, that's counterintuitive.
Yeah, why are there hobo fights so close to your house?
Well, there's just like, keep your enemies close and all that.
There's that, but when your enemies are, like, can outgun you, it seems stupid.
Yeah, when my enemy's a murder mob, I'm not
Yeah.
super sure how close I want to be.
Are you
Okay.
implying that they can outfight us?
No, I'm saying
No.
you can outfight them.
Yeah.
You guys don't, the rest of the party doesn't realize just how powerful Manly's organization is, and the fact that these people are moving in has some, you guys are putting together kind of that this town has more to it than obviously seems to be. There seems to be something very important about the town of Teal. Not Teal. There's
It was a
D.
running joke that I misunderstood the name of the town.
Oh, see, no one else,
I know,
we didn't
it
talk
fell-
about it, so I
it
thought you were
fell
just
so
being an
hard.
idiot.
No, that's pretty standard for him, though, so.
Yeah.
That's it, folks. To get updates, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and become a patron.